Hi everybody, hi everyone. I hope you're doing wonderful. It has been many weeks, I think many months since I have completed a video and uploaded it. So I thought today is the day, and particularly after my last post where I did put a call out to invite people to support my 6-year-old niece. So first of all, I have two key messages. So I'll start with the first one. The first one is I really want to say thank you, a very heartfelt thank you. Since my last message 5 days ago, my family and we are fundraising for 6-year-old Sybil, who is having daily seizures. So my brother's daughter is having 10 to 15 seizures a day because of her heart condition, and we are fundraising to get her out of Port Moresby, where there aren't these heart surgeons, and getting her overseas so that she can have access to healthcare that will allow her to do things like play. Right now she's 6 years old and she's out of breath, and we can't allow her to do things like run around the house, unfortunately. So, that's really hard. How do you keep a 6-year-old calm who wants to play and keep up with her cousins? And the family in Port Moresby in PNG are also fundraising and organising to be able to have a mumu in Moresby. So thank you so much to people who have ordered their delicious meal. Thank you to everyone who has placed their order, who has shared the message, and also thank you to you, my yoga community, work community, Brizzy, Canadian community, for jumping on board. I've had my old schoolmates in Port Moresby commit, and I really wanted to jump on and say thank you to people who have shared the message, who have sent beautiful messages, very kind and caring messages to myself and to the family and to Sybil, and also to people who have jumped online and donated to the GoFundMe account. In a week we've raised over $2,000, which is incredible, and I do really want to start with some thank yous. So thank you very much, Cami, you started the donations. Thank you. Matty Baines from work, he's my workmate, and also my other workmate is Jill. So thank you, Jilly. We sat together for over 3 years through COVID and all the highs and lows. And when I left my workplace where Jill and I worked, I cried. I was so sad. So thanks, Jill, for jumping on board. Also want to say thanks to my yoga community. Amanda at Soho, Annette from the gym, Jules over in Canada. We've never actually met, but we connected through a mutual love of yoga online. You always show up for me. Also thank you to Lena, Kate, Kathleen, you always show up for me here in Brizzy, Rashmi Bell and Sam Clark, just for sending messages on how we can fundraise and get the message out. So these are just some of the donors. There are some people that we don't even know them and they're donating online. And then I'm asking my brothers, do you know this person? Do you know that person? They're like, no, I don't know that person. So it's really beautiful and very humbling to get these messages come through, and also the orders that came through very quickly in the space of 1 week. So my sincere thanks. I'm deeply humbled and just so grateful for this beautiful community. To update you on Sybil, she's having daily fits, but we are hopeful. So that is the first message that I want to say a thank you. to each and every one of you for being here, for sharing this message, for sending good prayers and love. We can't thank you enough. The other thing I wanted to talk about is your, linking back to you because this is a yoga page, and the thing I wanted to share, linking this back to you for this is a yoga page, I wanted to talk about your self-care practice and how important it is, particularly in times where there are emergencies. I think everybody has their own journey, whether they choose to share about it or not. Social media is one thing. Hey, some people love social. Like I love social. I'm always on social and on tech. I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. Let me check out their phone. And I love it when people post their food shots because I'm like, oh, that looks delicious. And then I'll post my food shot as well. But some people don't want to share any of their information, which is totally cool. But the point I'm making is everyone has a different journey, whether they share about it on social media or not. And that's totally fine, and we respect that. But what I would like to convey is that your self-care practice is super duper important, and your ability to create stability in times of change when situations like this, where there are family emergencies, where there are work emergencies, where there may be a personal crisis, or when unexpected events happen, or when illness crops up. I've been sick for a couple of weeks, and so it has been a time of just chilling. I pulled back on my yoga practice, pulled back on work, pulled back on a whole lot of commitments, and that's fine. I'm comfortable with that. So part of your self-care practice and knowledge of yourself is that you will be able to use this information to see when you need to chill or when you need to move, and getting to know yourself through meditation that calms your mind and gives you the opportunity to make conscious decisions on how you want to move forward and live your life, what works for you and what doesn't. So meditation is really powerful. Also, when you are carrying these emotions, being or just generally in daily life, when you're carrying emotions, movement is so important. Movement, and also being around community, good people, whether that's through church, through yoga, through your spiritual practice, your group, whatever that looks like, whether that's through a running group or yoga communities, hiking. Everybody has something different, or has a different group that they connect with. So having good people around you is important. Movement, eating well, sleeping well, and having a toolkit that works for you, because there are situations like this that do crop up unexpectedly, and if you can manage yourself, which is a big ask in challenging situations, if you can manage yourself, that's a really powerful place to be in, because then you are serving yourself as well. When you are able to serve and nourish yourself, that means that you are able to better show up in your different communities, for your relationships, for your work, however it is you want to. What am I trying to say? You will be able to show up in the way that you want to show up if you're able to bring that awareness inward and develop this self-care practice. So over the past few weeks, it has been a case of me really practicing what I preach and taking time out for self-care, and just being like, no, I need to rest. So I've just been sleeping for many weeks while I get through this flu, which is going crazy in Brisbane. So being able to get to know yourself and listen inwardly is really powerful and really important. Being able to listen to yourself and what you need and take action, conscious steps, is really powerful and important. So do look after yourself. Self-care matters. It's not some wishy-washy thing about just having bubble baths, although bubble baths are great. But sometimes it's about getting sleep early, or making it to the gym, or committing to three 3 yoga classes a week, or sitting down for your meditation practice. So that is only something you can make a decision on and you can take action on. So that is your choice. You have the power to choose. This is your reminder. So that's my second message around self-care and how important it is that you do cultivate your self-care practice. And another message that I wasn't originally planning to share, so it's actually 3 messages I want to convey. It is, are you okay day? Are you okay? And are you okay is about mental health and being comfortable with asking this question and being comfortable with listening. If someone says, no, I'm not okay, that's okay. You don't have to be an expert. You can basically direct them to resources where they can support themselves. Not everybody has perfect mental health all the time. Wouldn't it be nice if we had perfect mental health? The reality is even yoga teachers get stressed. People who meditate, people who supposedly calm. I think, part of the human experience is that you will experience the full gamut of emotions. So up, down, inside out, that's all part of being a human being. So check in with yourself, ask yourself, are you okay? And also people around you. And if they're not okay, that's okay, because you can direct them to a bunch of really great resources. So there are some resources online like Beyond Blue, Sane, and things that you can do include directing them to the GP or local doctor or a group, encouraging them to share how they feel and research resources for them to feel better, because there is always a way forward. In my view, there's always a way forward. And on that note, I will leave you with 3 messages. 1, thank you for donating. It means everything to me. 2, your self-care practice is super important. So please remember, set up your self-care practice. It will serve you in the long run. Lastly, I do want to say, are you okay? Are you okay? And if you're not, it's okay, because there are people and resources available to help you, and there is no shame in not feeling okay. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in a yoga class very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.